Hi, today I'm here interviewing my friend Odysseus. Odysseus, would you like to say hi to everyone?
Hello.
Now, Odysseus, first question I have for you. Why exactly are you so small? Uh, you've kind of been made out as a great uh, athlete and hero, but here you are, and you fit in my hand. Can you explain kind of the misconception a lot of modern readers have about you?
Well, you know how people say that people were smaller in the past? Well, that's definitely true. In fact, everything was smaller in the past. Even people's voices.
Huh. Well, fair enough, Odysseus. Um, guess my second question for you is, well, it had been 10 years since the fall of Troy, and you still hadn't returned home to Ithaca. In fact, you were stranded on Calypso's island. Um, Basically, everyone assumed you were dead, and all of these suitors are off trying to marry your wife Penelope, although I guess you don't know that for sure. You probably were able to gather that much. Um, so while you were on Calypso's island for those 7 years, 7 of those 10 years, uh, how did you feel?
Well, every day I would cry my eyes out. I would sit by the water and I'd cry. And then every night I would have to make love to Calypso.
Well, only half that story sounds terrible.
Yeah, the other half got boring after a while.
No, well, I suppose that happens too. So, Odysseus, can you give us some backstory to the events that happened in the 3 years before you ended up on Calypso's island?
Oh, sure. First, there was the Lotus Eaters. Then there was the whole ordeal with Polyphemus the Cyclops. And because of him, I incur Poseidon's wrath the rest of my journey home.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Was that a stuffed peanut M&M?
Are you wearing a different shirt?
Anyway, tell me more about your adventures before Calypso's island.
Well, at one point I had to resist the temptation of the evil siren song.
That was the siren song,
Yeah, sexy, wasn't it?
if you say so. Um, Anything else?
Well, at one point the evil monster Skyla attacked my ship from a cliff. Rah, rah. Eventually, I ended up shipwrecked on Calypso's island.
So, Odysseus, how did you end up getting off Calypso's island?
Well, Athena, who has always been my protector, was able to convince the other gods to set me free, and on my way back to Ithaca.
So, obviously you were able to make it back to Ithaca, otherwise you wouldn't be here now. I know you had a little bit of trouble on the way, but thanks to the help of the Phaeacians, you were able to make it back to Ithaca. So, can you tell me what happened once you actually made it home?
Yes, when I returned home, I had to disguise my identity so the evil suitors trying to marry my wife wouldn't kill me before I was able to kill them. Eventually, I was able to throw off my disguise, and with the help of my son Telemachus, we were able to kill all the suitors. And me and my wife and my son lived happily ever after.
Well, that's good to hear, Odysseus. I guess the whole killing all the suitors thing's a little brutal, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, thank you for being here today, Odysseus, and I hope everyone enjoyed the interview.